Friday, it's sunshine, it's a nice day. I have a story to say. My dad, years ago, bought a walk-behind edger. It was awesome. Just a really good machine. But maybe like over 10 years ago, they stopped using it. They hired someone to cut their grass now. So that thing's just been sitting for like over 10 years. I have a house now, and I like mowing my own lawn. I like doing that kind of stuff. So I figured, hey, let me pull it out and see if I could get it working again and use it, you know? I empty out the gas and the oil. I put fresh gas, fresh oil. I change out the spark plug, and nothing. It doesn't. So I give up on that, and then I look into hiring someone to fix it for me, because, you know, there's people that do that. I found a store that does it, Southwest Mowers. A friend told me about it, so I went there, I took it there, and they say, hey, honest opinion, do not put money into this. It's a money pit. And I was like, oh man, but I really want it. How much would it cost to, like, what are you thinking? And the dude said $150, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to do that. So I didn't. I took it back home. So I go online, and I find this guy named Joe in Richmond. And so I call up Joe, and he's like, yeah, I do that, but not anymore because I'm too sick. But why don't you talk to my friend Gilbert? He lives down the ways. So I call Gilbert. I take it to his house. I drop off the edger in his house. Oh, my God. So it's in Richmond, which is like maybe 20, 25 minutes away from where I live. I drive down there. It's a little bit country, but nothing wrong with that, you know? So I go there, and he says, yeah, just come to my house. You'll see a bunch of lawnmowers outside. You'll know it's my house. I'm like, all right, cool. I drive there, and sure enough, there's like 10, 15 lawnmowers sitting out there. I guess that's stuff he's working on. But how are you going to have a bunch of lawnmowers and not mow your lawn? You know what I'm saying? So I go there, I drop it off. He takes a peek at it. He kind of looks at it and said, the engine, I could clean it out and get it going, no problem. But the bearings are bad, so you're going to have to change that out. I was like, all right, well, what are you thinking, number-wise? And he goes, $50. So I was like, oh, $50, yeah, let's do it. So he gets the engine fixed, like, in a day. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then he said, oh, but the bearings, I can't get a hold of it. I called O'Reilly, and they don't have it, so it's special order, or they only have one. There's an O'Reilly near my house, so I'll get one from there, I'll get the other one from the other store, and I'll bring it to you. He was like, bet, let's do that. It's the wrong bearing number. Someone told him the wrong bearing number, so I gotta go back, and I'm like, hey man, this is the wrong one. We took measurements, blah, blah, blah. So I go to like 5 different stores, and then finally, this one super helpful guy at one of the O'Reillys that I went to, like in Richmond, Rosenberg, it was far. Anyway, he was super helpful, and he helped me out. He ordered the piece. It came the next day. I went there, picked it up, brought it to Gilbert, and popped it in, and it works, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It works really good. Check it. Yeah, it's crazy. But a side story, one of the times that I was at Gilbert's place, he was like, hey man, what's your name? I was like, Sajin. And he said, but you call me from 2 different numbers. I thought your name was Paul. I'm like, nah. Oh, and then I was like, yeah, I called you from my office line, and I work at Paul Hastings, so that's why you saw Paul. And he said, oh, okay. Gilbert's like this, he looks like a busted Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton already kind of looks busted. Just think what you want to think, you know, because that's just what he looks like. But then he said this comment, he goes, all right, yeah, I was like 2 different numbers and all this stuff. I just want to make sure I'm not working with a terrorist. And I was like, what? A terrorist? In my head, I said that. And then, verbally, I was like, nah, man, I'm not a terrorist. But anyway, he fixed it no matter what. Even if he's a little racist, he got the thing going, so I can't complain. But yeah, that's about it. So it's working now. It's awesome. I have cleaner edges. It's not as clean as I like to be. I guess there's a learning curve that I got to figure out. But yeah, things are good.